JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, American man, one of two charged over illegal gun. The Kingston Central Police arrested and charged 25-year-old Keshawn Dixon, otherwise called Nico, of Jarrett Lane in Kingston, and the 22-year-old Sanjay Williams of Stone Mountain, Georgia in the United States, with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following an operation on King Street in the parish on Saturday. Reports are that about 5:10 a.m., a team of officers conducted a search of a premises, and a Taurus 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 9 9mm rounds of ammunition was found in a room. Dixon and Williams, who were occupants of the house, were arrested and subsequently charged. Their court dates are being finalized. Over in St. James, detectives assigned to the police division have arrested and charged 25-year-old Andre Smith of Bressett Road, Cambridge, with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following an operation in his community on April 14. Reports from the Cambridge police are that about 7:15 a.m., a team of officers on patrol was responding to an incident in the area when they saw Smith acting in a manner that arose their suspicion. He was accosted and searched, and a mini Uzi 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 13 9mm rounds was found in a bag he had in his possession. Smith was arrested on April 15, following a question and answer interview in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being finalized. Farmer charged over machete attack. Detectives attached to the Westmoreland Police Division have charged 39-year-old Ebony Simpson, otherwise called Abdul, a farmer of Ramsey Corner District, Bethel Town, with wounding with intent following an incident in his community on April 14. Reports from the Savlamar police are that about 11:30 a.m., Simpson and another man had an altercation, during which the man used a stone to hit Simpson in his back. Simpson then used the machete to inflict wounds to the man. The man was taken to hospital, where he was treated and admitted in serious but stable condition. On April 17, Simpson was apprehended and subsequently charged after he was positively identified. His court date is being finalized. Barber accused of using razor to slash man's neck. A Westmoreland barber has been arrested and charged with wounding with intent following a dispute in his community on Sunday, April 4. Charged is 30-year-old Jermaine Swaby of Brighton District, Little London in Westmoreland. The police said that about 4 p.m., the complainant went to Swaby's barber shop to speak to a relative, but while there, an argument developed between the complainant and Swaby, who reportedly used a razor blade to slash the complainant's neck. An alarm was raised, and the complainant was transported to hospital where he was admitted. Swaby's court date is being finalized. JCF clarifies use of license plate registered to commissioner on car driven by criminals. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF has moved to clarify reports that the 4 men were nabbed in Kingston last week while attempting to flee the scene of a shooting were driving a Toyota Probox motor car bearing the Jamaica government license plate, which was not assigned to the vehicle. Following numerous calls, concerns and queries directed to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, along with discussions in the public domain, it is evident that a number of persons are of the opinion that the fraudulent registration plate used on a motor vehicle that was intercepted by the police after the commission of a crime on Friday, April 16, is a personal property of the Commissioner of Police, the JCF said in a statement. We are stating categorically that all vehicles assigned to the constabulary are registered to the Commissioner of Police, and as such, all communication as to ownership is referred to as a property of the Commissioner of Police, as was the case last Friday. The registration plate in question, which is now the subject of an investigation, and the use of it was discontinued. According to the police, the men opened gunfire, hitting several people at the intersection of Law Street and Georges Lane about 6 p.m. on April 16. Police officers on patrol in the area heard loud explosions and went to investigate. Upon reaching the intersection, Citizens pointed out the vehicle, with 4 men aboard making their escape, said the police, adding that the lawmen then intercepted the motor car and took the 4 men into custody. iProbe investigating policemen who gave testimony in collapse case in gun court. Police have launched investigations into the conduct of at least one policeman whose testimony led to the collapse of a case in the gun court in downtown Kingston last week. The turn of events in the case resulted in 32-year-old Raheem Panton being freed of an illegal possession of firearm and ammunition charge after spending 1 year in jail. Head of the JCF's Corporate Communications Unit, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, says the Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau, iProbe, is now on the case. A police inspector testified that Panton was accosted on Dewsbury Avenue in the corporate area last year and an illegal gun taken from his waistband. However, Panton had denied that he was in possession of a gun. Panton says he was riding his motorcycle with a pillion. According to Panton, the man was the pillion, fled the motorcycle when Panton stopped when told by the police to do so. Panton said he was unaware that the man who was on the motorcycle with him had a gun. The police inspector reportedly backtracked on his testimony that the gun was found in Panton's waistband. The inspector backtracked when defense attorneys showed him still images taken from a video. The images reportedly showed the inspector retrieving the gun from a yard, which was located in the direction in which the pillion had made good his escape. One of Mr. Panton's attorneys is Queen's Counsel Peter Champagny. Privy Council dismisses appeal of PMP 5 in Trafigura case. The Judicial Committee of the United Kingdom Privy Council has dismissed the appeal of 5 members of the opposition People's National Party PMP in the Trafigura case. The judgment issued this morning in London means that former PMP President Portia Simpson-Miller, as well as Philip Paulwell, Robert Pickersgill, Colin Campbell, and Norton Hines, must testify in open court about a $31 million donation by Trafigura Bahir to the then governing PMP in 2006. The matter was taken to the Privy Council after the Court of Appeal in 2017 dismissed an appeal against the Supreme Court ruling that the 5 appellants must testify in open court about the Trafigura donation. The money was deposited into an account named Seacock, which turned out to be the acronym for Colin Campbell or candidate, to which certain members of the PMP were signatories. The money was transferred to the account just prior to the PMP's annual conference that year. At the time, the PMP said the money was a donation, but Trafigura said it was payment on a commercial transaction. The party later reported that the money was returned. The government of the Netherlands want to question the 5 appellants about the payment made to the PMP, which was the governing party at the time, while Trafigura had an oil lifting agreement with Jamaica. The National Public Prosecutor's Office, NPPO, of the Netherlands is investigating alleged breaches of the Dutch Criminal Code by Trafigura Bahir BV for the potential bribery of public officials of Jamaica. Between December 2007 and May 2009, the NPPO wrote various letters to the Director of Public Prosecutions, which is the designated central authority under the Mutual Assistance Criminal Matters Act 1995, requesting assistance in the form of taking evidence from the appellants on oath or affirmation. But the appellants have insisted that they have no information that can assist the Dutch investigation. At the 2017 appeal hearing, Assistant Director of Public Prosecution Andrea Martin Swaby had reiterated that the common law rule dictates that all court proceedings should be held in open court except in certain circumstances, and that the open court justice is enshrined in Jamaica's constitution. However, defense lawyers for the 5 had argued that the judge heard in his ruling. They also argued that the individuals cannot be compelled to cooperate with requesting foreign states, that the treaties have to be subjected to Jamaican laws, and that they already indicated they know nothing about alleged bribery in respect to Trafigura and cannot help the Dutch authorities any further. but the Court of Appeal, in dismissing the appeal, ruled that the proceedings brought under the Mutual Assistance Criminal Matters Act are subject to the principles of open justice as mentioned in Section 16(3) of the Constitution, and that the ruling of the judge that these proceedings should be conducted in open court is correct in law. In its ruling this morning, the Privy Council said, the nature of the matter under investigation is one which is capable of affecting the polity of the country. This is highly relevant to whether the evidence should be taken in public and was not a matter given undue weight. There was no matter before the court to lead to the conclusion that a public hearing might jeopardize the investigation in the Netherlands or any subsequent investigation or proceedings which might follow in Jamaica. In any event, should such an investigation or proceedings ensue, that would be a question to be addressed within those proceedings. It should also be recalled that the appellants were given the opportunity to give their evidence in private, but did not avail themselves of that opportunity, thus leading to the request made in the 9th supplementary letter. We see no basis for concluding that the discretion was other than properly exercised. 246 new COVID cases, 4 deaths. The country recorded 246 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours and 4 new deaths, bringing the total number of cases to 44,136 and the death toll to 727. The new deaths include an 81-year-old woman from Clarendon, a 73-year-old woman from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 67-year-old man from St. Catherine, and a 43-year-old man from St. Anne. Patients making up the new cases range in age from 1 year to 92 years, and the cases were recorded in Clarendon 9, Hanover 2, Kingston and St. Andrew 87, Manchester 17, Portland 1, St. Anne 17, St. Catherine 55, St. Elizabeth 24, St. James 12, St. Mary 5, St. Thomas 8, Trelawney 3, and Westmoreland 6. 133 females make up the new number and 113 males. A total of 1,364 samples were tested. At the same time, there were 122 recoveries for a total of 19,832. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.